Hi everyone, welcome back to Scrapbooks Made Easy with Beth. I am excited to be back in my house after the hurricane flood, and I'm back in the swing of things. I found my Creative Memories products that had been lost and flooded, and I'm ready to rock and roll again. So thanks for being patient with the videos. I'm ready to get this going again. So I appreciate you, and I am going to flip this around so you can see what I'm doing here. Give me just a second. All right, so one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about today was tools. So tools make everything so much easier. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorites and why I like them. So I think my favorite is the 12-inch personal trimmer. So I'll share with you just a few things. It has the arm that comes out. And then on the back side of that, this flips up so you can have that perfect leg when it lays on your table. It doesn't bend down, so you're gonna get a really nice clean cut. So this is the cutting strip, and you also have multiple uses. So if you look closely, you can see it has number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each strip here, so you got 4 strips, each one does about 500 cuts. So I'm on number 2, and you can kind of tell when the paper starts not cutting so nicely. So if you wanted to cut a 2-inch strip, you're gonna line it up with your 2, and of course the older I get, the more I love the fact that it's black and I can see it. And then the blade, you push down, and it makes a really nice cut. So these are the blades, there's multiples of them, and the only way the blade comes out, I have 4 grandsons, so I love the fact that they can't cut themselves, is when this white is pushed in, then the blade pops out. So when it does that, when you push down, so that it's super easy to change. I'm gonna close this back up, and that's the other beauty of it, is all of the different blades are just right here. So you can put them in either way. They kind of click in, so they're harder to get out. And then you just use a little bit of pressure to pull them out. Super easy. This right here holds additional strips. So if you wanted to have an extra one of those, you know that number 4 is getting ready to go out, then you can just put that extra strip right there as well. If you're cutting the same thing over and over, there's plastic guides here that helps you so you know where this is gonna stop. And I recommend you just taking a clip, like a paper clip, the binder clips I should say, and put them right there. And then you're always gonna cut the same once you have these secured. So if you're cutting the same size over and over, you're making cards or something. This is another great feature of it, is the white line here lines up, and you've got your measurement here, so 4, and then it's again on the silver part that lifts up. So if you're wanting to cut something at 4 inches, you can line that white line up with the 4, push down and go up, and then turn your paper and do it again. We always cut all the way down because we're not quite sure where to cut that off, so that helps in saving paper. You can also see the points there on the end of the blade, so you can watch it follow where it's cutting, and it is on both sides, whether you push up or push down, it doesn't matter. So those are just a couple of the great features. I love that if you're cutting 4 by 6, you put your paper right there and cut, and you have a perfect 4 by 6, 4.5 by 6.5, 5 by 7. Those are the most popular mat sizes. And then of course you've got your 45-degree angle there if you wanted to cut something for that. So a few fun facts with the trimmer, and I'm going to come back to this because I have one more thing I want to show you. So I'm going to set that aside right now. The trimmers are $49, which is a great bargain. My second favorite tool is the border maker system. So if you don't or haven't played with the border maker system yet, you will love it. So this is what you get along with a cartridge of a fence. And I just have 2 additional cartridges here. This one's Rick Rack, which is brand new. And this one's the woven scallop, which you can only order through an advisor. So if you don't have an advisor and you want that, let me know. But to use the border maker system, you're gonna grab your paper, you're gonna pull this out and you'll hear it click in. And then you're going to put your paper there. The magnet holds your paper. So once you've done that, you're gonna put that back. You can see the teeth here. There's a large one and a small one. Same thing on your cartridge. So you're gonna leave the teeth out when you put that in. And then you can also line up the notch here and the notch there. You're gonna start with it flush at the end, and then you're just gonna crunch as you go down. So this one has beautiful, let me put them on a piece of paper so you can see them. Really pretty rickrack cuts there. So you can mix and match some cuts. You can use different ones to take it out. You're just gonna push that, give that a little tug, and that will come out. Oh, those are pretty too. You could use those. So for the next one, I'm just gonna move my paper down. And this one's the woven scallop. So I'm going to put this one in here next. And then do the same thing. And then I'll show you the difference between the two cartridges that I chose. So the rickrack is a chain. You can see it comes loose. The woven scallop, it just goes on the end of your paper. So you cut your paper however long you want it to be. It might be something really short, and that's fine. So you can do that. You can cut around your paper and just have the top and the bottom decorative. So there's lots of options with that. Or you could even do something like this and put that at the bottom. So lots of options with the border maker system. There are lots of cartridges out there. You can go to the website and check them out. They just are so versatile. If you're making cards, that could be the end of your card. So if you're opening up a card this way, this could be solid. And then the bottom of your card could be decorative. So when you open it, you see the decorative there. So there's just lots of options. Love the border maker system. Love, love, love it. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. And I love my little personal trimmer as well. So this is what I use to cut all of my photos. So the blade does not cut you. So it's not like a knife. You have to have the metal touching the metal. So as you're cutting, you're gonna kind of push in just a little bit, not much. So cut in just a little bit. I'll just cut one of these. So you're just gonna chop, chop, chop as you want. You could cut this if you have a little piece of the cutting system. It has a nice drawer. In my drawer, I keep scissors. I typically keep my cutting system pieces and a tape runner refill. So you can put all your little stuff in there, and then it's nice and tidy for you. So it's got little feet to grip the table. So like I said, I use this to cut all of my photos. I use the 12-inch trimmer to cut my paper. All right, the next thing I want to show you is, oh, let me go grab my circles. I didn't grab them. All right, so they have circles, ovals, and gemstones. So I grabbed 2 of the ovals and 1 of the circles. So with this, they have a little track in here. And then there's red, green, and blue. So the red blade is the closest to the cutting system, whether you're on the inside or the outside. So if I wanted to cut this and then make a mat for that, this is going to be the closest. So I'm going to actually, the blue's the furthest one away. So I'm going to first cut blue. You want to make sure that both of these teeth are in the track. If not, it will just rip your paper. It's a diamond cut, a diamond shaped blade, and these swivel. So if you don't have the new blades and you have the old blades for the cutting system, oh, I didn't go all the way around. So I'll just cut that to show you, just to save some time instead of redoing it. And then if I wanted to cut and use the other side, I looked up and didn't see where I started. So again, you want to make sure both are in. I'm not. And you can see how it rips your paper. So I'm just gonna move it over just a tad, but I wanted to share with you because it's a diamond shaped blade. You wanna make sure that both of those are in the track. So when you first use it, you might wanna do what I just did. Hold it upside down and be careful, but you can see how this swivels around, so you don't have to worry about picking up your hand. And then say this was my photo, I would have a perfect size mat there for it. So super easy, super fun. The other fun thing I wanted to show you, oh, I can use the big one. Save a little bit of paper. All right, so I'm gonna use the circle. I'm gonna, again, make sure both are in. It's really close to the circle, so I don't have to worry about running off the paper there. If I was using the blue one again, I would. And the green one's right in between. All right, so you can take any size circle, and this is back to the trick of the 12-inch trimmer that I love. Any size circle, if you just let it fall right in that guide right there, no matter how small or how big it is, and you cut it, you've cut your circle perfectly in half. So if you wanted to do something up the side of a page, so you could take this rickrack and put it on the side. And then if you wanted to take these and put them up the other side, maybe with some different colors, you could put a solid color in between there. So, well, that one wouldn't work because it's the same, but you see what I mean. You could put another one there, and again, that could be a really simple, cool page. So lots of fun there. Then the last thing, nope, not last, I have two more things that I want to share with you is the corner rounder, which it is just that. It has a little guide there so it catches your corners, but you're just going to clip and it will round your corners for you. So you can do this with photo or paper, and it just adds a little bit of a decoration, so it's really pretty. All right, the last thing, this is the Damask border punch. So you open it up, and then you've got the black lines. So you are going to take your paper and line up that first cut with your black line. And then make sure that's nice and snug there too. Then you're gonna move this over until this blue is covered up. So right there covers up the blue. Again, make sure that's snug back there, and crunch again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and look how beautiful this is. So that could be on a page, just as your decoration right there. So you could do that on both sides. You could do it all the way around. You could just do that right there and have a really decorative page. I would cut this so that stays in the background, and then I would use the rest of this as mats on my page. So I just wanted to share with you, a couple of the tools, and you close that and lock it back up for easy storage. With your cutting system blades, you want to make sure when you're setting them down, you set them like that. If you set them like this, then it's a diamond shaped blade. It dulls the blade. So when you set it down, put it up like that, and then you're just going to open that up and close it again so you can't cut yourself. So you've got the cutting system, there's circles, ovals, gemstones, the 12-inch trimmer, the border punches, the border maker system, and the personal trimmer. And then of course the cutting mat, which I didn't share what that was, but you want to have a cutting mat that's going to seal and be nice. So tools are great. They're not necessary, but they're great. Oh, can't forget the corner rounder. But they're great to help you get projects done and looking really nice. So I hope this helped you with some of the features and the benefits of the Creative Memories tools. Ask me questions in the comments if you have any, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.